right there. Here he comes. This is a proud moment. Take it all in, kid. Yeah, he's got to learn to tip his cap. But what a night for Kyle Harrison. He was spectacular. And there's no sugarcoating it. He was spectacular.
Oh, baby! Bonte's coming in. Trust me, he'll be here any second. That was different. That was different last night. Kyle Harrison. He grew up about 30 minutes away in Concord, California, the Yay area, the 925, the De La Salle product. There's only one Tim Lincecum. Like, we all remember. There's only one Tim Lincecum. Timmy Day was a thing. There's something electric about a young phenom starter. Now, I don't know where his career ends up, but that was the moment for me, and I want to hear from you, 888-957-9570. Was that the best moment since Game 5, 2021, NLDS? Like, honestly, Giants fans, I could feel it. I could feel it in our souls yesterday. Everyone was texting each other. You're flipping on the television. You're like, that's right, Harrison's pitching tonight. If you did what I did. And then all of a sudden, boom, 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 5 strikeouts right off the rip. 6 of his first 7. You look up, he's in the 5th inning. Oh, my God, a Giants pitcher's in the 5th inning? Are you kidding me? The kid couldn't even get out of 3 innings in the minors? And then you look up, and it's the 6th inning, and he's completing it, and he's fist pumping as he's walking off the mound. And you're saying, oh, my God, this is something special. There's something about sports when you see someone arrive, just show up on the scene the first time. It's just special. And I know he had hit his performance on the road against Philadelphia. That was his major league debut. But last night, in front of the home crowd, in front of his family, in front of the Giants fans, which he was, he grew up a Giants fan. I mean, come on, man, that was fun. That was different. Isn't that why we love sports? The kid's electric. I mean, he's going fastball, first time through the lineup. And then he goes, change up, slider, slurve. Are you kidding me? Oh, well, he's had command issues with the slider. Yeah, he's 22. Yeah, newsflash, America. Pitching's difficult. Couple of things. The Barry Bonds era was amazing. Every single at-bat for Barry was must-watch. No one would deny that is one of the most incredible viewing experiences, both in the stadium and on your couch, that you've ever seen in sports. Every Barry Bonds bat. I can't go to the bathroom now. Barry Bonds is going to come up. Can't go get popcorn now. Barry Bonds is going to come up. No, hon. We can't have dinner right now. Just 2 more minutes. Bonds is on deck. There's something about an everyday superstar hitter that gravitates you to the television. Makes you lean forward in your seat. Now, we just had Buster Posey, and I love Buster is an all-time player. Whether you think he's a Hall of Famer or not, we all can admit he's a Giants legend. And there were times where, a Buster Posey at bat, you might have walked through it a little, It wasn't on the same level as Barry Bonds, right? So there's levels to this. But Timmy days were different. You know what I'm talking about. Oh, Timmy's playing Tuesday against the Reds. Timmy Day. I got a couple tickets. Let's go sit down in the bleachers. Lincecum might be pitching. He's scheduled to face the Nats on Sunday. Timmy Day. Oh, are we watching the very beginning of Kyle Day? Harrison Day? Like, seriously, I have been waiting for something this electric with the Giants for so long. Now, I understand. Look, Lincecum, again, is a comet. He's a unicorn. To compare anyone to that kid is crazy. Because young Timmy, we might not ever see anything like that ever again. I would contend, as great as Juan Marichal is, 245 wins, one of the greatest right-handed pitchers of the 60s, more wins than anyone in the 60s. I would contend Tim Lincecum in his prime is the greatest Giants pitcher ever. And yes, I'm talking to you, Christy Mathewson, who we never saw pitch. So I don't want to compare the kid to him. And I don't want to do that. Well, he's a big, strong lefty who throws a 3/4 pitch, and he looks just like Bumgarner. he's got more oomph than Bumgarner. There's more pizzazz, charisma, more excitement. I mean, the dude's fist pumping, screaming, coming off the mound as he's yelling to Giants fans, get up. It's unbelievable. So he's got more energy than Bumgarner. Not to diminish Bumgarner anyway, just different personality types. The kid's got the 2 chains, not 1 chain, 2 chains popping off the jersey. 2 chains. And he takes the ball into the 7th inning. Goes 6 1/3, strikes out 11. Look, Logan Webb's had some great starts this year. Alex Cobb's had some great starts. That was the best start of the year. Because it wasn't just about the game against the Reds as you're trying to fight to get back into the wild card race. It's about the optimism of the future of the franchise. We just wanted to see a glimmer of hope. And yes, him and Patrick Bailey, you want to talk about a battery? Has anybody caught more innings in the minors with the kid Kyle Harrison than Patrick Bailey? Those two were in lockstep. Lockstep. So I know I sound like I'm getting way ahead of myself, but come on. We've been so miserable with the Giants. We finally got a little bit of hope. I am going to cling to that, and I'm going to ride that surfboard as far as it'll take me. Farhan should have an ear-to-ear grin because he actually earned something. He found what I believe to be a future top-of-the-rotation guy. I don't want to say ace. There's only a handful of them in the game. It takes a long time. You got to do it for a year. Then you got to do it again. Then you become an ace. So I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but you can project where this is going. And I thought last night, that was the moment. That was the moment Giants fans looked up off their couch after being, what? Asleep for the last 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. And they said, oh, this is must watch. I can't miss something. And you were texting your friends and you were telling your kid to come into the living room. No. We'll go to bed in a little bit. Let's watch this kid finish this outing out. Last night was the beginning of something special. We're going to see this kid for the next decade. And I think this kid is going to be special. He's got the big, broad shoulders, which clearly he needs to work on hitting the weights, and he will. But he's thick already. Got the big lower legs. He's stout. He pitches effortlessly. Great thrust off the mound. He's got that slingy, multiple arm angle delivery. He's already got the breaking ball. Now, I know young pitchers and the breaking ball, the off-speed stuff, it's going to be hit and miss depending on the grip, how they're feeling. Obviously the league's going to adjust to him as time goes on. But this ain't just a thrower. This kid's a pitcher. This kid is a stud. And I've been hearing about him for how many years? How many years have we been hearing about this guy?
3 years, probably.
Sam, it was worth the wait. That was fun.
He was so fun to watch last night. That fastball, watch that thing sling in there. It was a thing of beauty. It's like you said, Shasky, this was probably one of the most exciting pitching performances we've had since, probably Logan Webb in Game 5. That's how exciting it was.
I'm telling you right now, I know, Joe, you're getting ahead of yourself. Yeah, there's a reason this guy was the number 1 left-handed prospect in all of baseball. That doesn't mean that he's going to have a Hall of Fame career, all right? That's not what we're going at here. But, we watched what really, truly changed the Giants organization. And it was having aces in that staff. And, yes, obviously you got to have Buster Posey, a Hall of Fame mind, a Hall of Fame, manager in the dugout. You had to have great players all around the infield, the greatest shortstop you've ever had. Of course. You can find those players. Finding aces... You know how difficult that is in baseball? Every team in baseball is trying to find a left-handed front of the rotation guy. And here's my comp for him. Here is my comp. You're going to say Madison Bumgarner, and I don't think people are wrong because the mechanics, the delivery, you could see the comps. This guy, who I'm going to compare him to, he's a hybrid. He throws more over the top than what you see from Harrison because he's more of an over-the-top, over-the-ear guy. I see a lot of Blake Snell. in the kid. The big high left leg kick. Obviously, Andy Pettitte, whenever you think of a lefty with the big left-handed, thighs and the thrust and the big high leg kick, you hide the ball. And then when you're slinging it, you're hiding it even more. So even if you're only throwing 94, 95 from the left-hand side, it feels like 98, 99. I'm telling you, this kid's stud. Cole Hamels is a great one that I'm seeing on the 925. And 415, I said I will take Prime Lincecum over Marichal. No one is saying that the kid is Juan Marichal. Juan Marichal won 245 games. You got to listen better, 415. Don't be triggered. But last night felt like that moment for me. And it felt like that moment for a lot of Giants fans. Oh, this is the beginning of something special. I can't miss the next Harris start. When's his next start? Sammy, when's his next start? What does it say? When's his next start?
Well, I think the Giants still might be doing that whole we're going to let you know the day before when they're starting. But my guess is if we're taking a look at the schedule based off last night, his next start would probably be this Saturday night against the Padres in San Diego.
Wow.
Assuming the schedule progresses as expected for the Giants, which you never know if that's going to happen.
I mean, some people are saying Tom Glavine, Chris Hill. We're talking about pitching mechanics. We're not comparing the body of work of these other players to this guy. I'm just talking about mannerisms and what a guy looks like on the mound. And seeing, he's got charisma. The guy's got personality. I listened to some of the post-game stuff. The kid's got it. He's got something behind it. Like, that's, I think, one of the negatives on Bumgarner. If you were to say anything, like, the personality, he's a red ass. I mean, like, for lack of a better way of putting it, and I apologize if I'm swearing for kids in the morning, but that was so much fun. Isn't that why we watch sports? Don't we watch sports to have fun? I felt like for the first time in a long time, I'm watching my Giants, and I was proud to be a Giants fan. I was optimistic about the future. And then he comes out of the game, and in comes Ryan Walker, and everybody's thinking the same thing. Oh, my God. Ryan Walker's going to blow it, right? I mean, let's just think about it, be honest.
No, that definitely did not cross my mind.
Yeah, you're I call cap. All right, so.
I've been a big believer in Ryan Walker all year long. No, I'll fight back against that. I trusted my guy coming in and shutting the door on that inning.
So, runner on second base, ball gets smoked into right field. And here comes Luis Matos coming up gunning. And I don't know what happened. The guy froze at second base. I don't know what he was doing base running wise. He got thrown out by Luis Matos by a good 5 feet. And I said to myself, stop playing Slater. Stop playing Conforto. Stop playing Haniger. I don't want to see Yaz come off the DL. Play the youngsters. I watched Wade Meckler come up in the inning prior to that and rip a ball down the line and drive in a run. I want to see the youngsters. I want to see Harrison the rest of the way. Finish this season out on a strong note. I want them to taste September baseball. I want them to feel that. I want Luis Matos in that lineup every day. He's one of your best defensive players. I want to see what Wade Meckler has. I don't want to see Slater get in there, and I don't want to see Conforto and Haniger, and then, his eventual return. I want to see if Elliot Ramos is that guy. He's 23 years old. We've been yo-yoing him the last couple of years. I want to see him. Like, let's make these definitive. Let's see where we're at. Because if Ramos isn't the guy, well, then you trade him in the offseason. Pete Alonso might be available, right? Like, come on, I need to know who's a keeper and who's not. And here, dare I take it a step further? And shout out my boy Della, because I'm in lockstep with him, and I was thinking this before he even texted it to me this morning. Bring up Whisenhunt. Let's see them both. Let's see Harrison. Let's see Whisenhunt. Mix them in there with the two righties. You got Cobb and Logan Webb. Now we've got a rotation. Yes, boys. 4-man. Now we've got 4. You want to go opener on that fifth day? I'll accept it.